Yes.
What's going on, guys? It's DeeO here with Return of DeeO Gaming and Real Life Riding here on YouTube. And this is a post-race talk from the Aztec Winter Combat the other day. The footage you're seeing right now, this was from Moto 1. This was lap 1, running second, trying to chase down this Honda. There's just a few different clips from my dad recording. It's a little shaky. If you've never used a DSLR camera to record before with a 300mm lens, it's not easy. So yeah, after that you're going to see some GoPro footage. It's from the day after the race. I went back to Aztec and rode some more, so just be prepared for that. One thing I'm going to throw in real quick before you see it, the GoPro from the next day, I actually think I rode a lot better. After racing and then watching the race film and my GoPro and stuff, just seeing where I can improve, where I can hit corners faster and stuff. I worked on that the next day, and plus the track was a lot better the next day. So you'll be seeing that. You might agree. Let me know what you think. But just a few things I wanted to talk about with the race. Like I said, I was so nervous going into it, trying to huck that over the guy. Didn't really work. I'm so glad I did race it though. You know, it's the whole thing. You get all these nerves, but I'm pretty sure it's James Stewart who said it, and you guys might give me shit for quoting James Stewart, but if you show up on the line and you don't have nerves, there's actually something wrong with you. Like, you should be nervous, you should be excited to race, you shouldn't just be like bored out of it, and it should actually stimulate some feelings in you. That wasn't the quote, but that's what I take from it. Whatever though. I'm gonna address some things that I wanted to talk about before, and some things you guys even brought up. So first off, some people were saying the track looked really dry and bone hard, and yeah, completely correct with that. As I had said in the videos, if you watched my practice videos talking about it, we were last practice and we were the last moto, so it was 4 classes, I think 4 or 5, and we were the last one, and then they water in between, but then, you know, there's all these other classes before us. So yes, both races were totally dry, track was slick, no tackiness or whatever, but you know, everyone in your class is racing on the same surface. You just got to deal with it. So I did, but yeah, it definitely was dry. Track conditions could have been better, but that's what us motocross racers do. We just deal with it and ride on it. Let's see, other things you guys talked about, doing more of these, more actual real life racing stuff. I would love to, but this was the second to last Aztec Winter Combat Series. I'm not going to be there for the next one this coming weekend. I have prior plans because one of the races actually got canceled, and they rescheduled it. So the one I raced was supposed to be the last one, and then they scheduled one for next weekend, and I had already made plans before it got rearranged. Long story short, I won't be racing the Aztec one. I watch this dude, and I get pretty close. I'm trying to launch this little hip jump thingy into the corner more, and he comes over on me. I think he was mad at me. He pulls off the track and stuff, but just another place that I felt I could be a lot faster, so I was working on it that next practice. Anyway, of course they do have the normal series. If you're from Colorado, you'll recognize these names, but SRAC and RMXA. The only thing that's a lot of money, a lot more traveling. I don't know if I'm going to do those. I might do them and just stick to the closer races like Aztec, the one right across the street from it called Wild Rat, maybe the one up in Denver, Lakewood, the pro one, the same track as the pro, obviously not the pro one, but just thinking about it. But don't get your hopes up. I'm not sure what's going to happen. It all depends on work and riding and anything else going on in my life. I am working full-time, so I can't risk getting hurt and not having income anymore. Anyway though, but going along with that, just thank you guys for the support. It was really cool that you guys were so excited about that and just my talking with it. As of the actual class, the actual racing, 271, he was on a Yamaha, probably a 250F, I don't really know. Blew by me in the first moto, got a better start than me second moto, and just ran away. The story on the street was he was actually a kid from Florida who had just moved here, and he raced novice because he wasn't sure how he was going to stack up. But looking at the lap times, and after the race we have like a free practice where you can just go ride, he was faster than the kid who won the amateur class. So the kid who won the novice class was the C class, if you will, was faster than the kid who won the B class. So I don't worry that I lost to him. You know, he was a really good racer. He whooped my ass fair and square. And I would say that he sandbagged a little bit, but he didn't know. Whatever, that's fine. The other guy that beat me, this kid on a Super Mini, if you guys saw him pass me, he was on that Kawasaki. In the second moto, he pulled a start over half the field. Crazy fast. He got second in the B class on a 125. He was ridiculous. I mean, it's at first I was kind of almost embarrassed, like, wow, I got passed by Super Mini. But then I thought of it as, you know, I got third. everyone else behind me also got passed by the Super Mini. You know, it's not like I'm the only one who got passed by him. Kid was ridiculous. Huge props to him for being so fast on that stupid thing. But yeah, some fast kids in the novice class this week. And they weren't the normal guys. Usually the guys that are normally there were behind me. There were a few that are normally there that weren't there, and then these guys show up out of nowhere and whoop my ass. But that happens. As for the rest of the racing, both motos, first moto I was behind a Honda. Apparently it was a 450, that's what my buddies were telling me. And second moto it was another Honda. Don't know if it was a 250 or 450, but I took way too long to pass them. I definitely need to be more aggressive and switch up my lines. The Aztec track, all my friends, everyone who raced agreed with me. It was really one line. It was hard to pass, but got to make passes happen. Like that GoPro footage earlier, jumping to that guy's inside. Just got to make things happen. No excuses there. But that's just another thing. You know, it's been 2.5 years since I raced before. I can look at that now and I can figure it out. I can tell myself, like, this is what I need to do, and then next time actually do it. So trying to build on my own observations of what happened. I was really happy with my starts, both starts. There was only, you know, 9-10 kids in my class, but the first start I got like a 5th, came around the second corner and 3rd. The second moto, it was like a 4th, and I held on to 4th through the first few corners, and then made a pass for 3rd or something like that. I don't even remember. Yeah, that 45 kid, his bike quit out on him. He's actually a subscriber on here, but almost jumped on him on that second moto. But really happy with my starts. That was what I was most nervous for. We don't practice starts at the local track, never do. So that was the first time since September 2010 that I'd done a start on that starting line. And if you guys couldn't tell, it is a concrete start that then goes to dirt. But still, just starts in general, I was really happy with how I got off the line. And of course not even the 450s, the 4 strokes pulled me coming off the line. But I felt I had a good jump and I handled the first corner really well. Made some passes right away immediately where you need to make them. Put myself in a good position to go 3-3 on the day. I was having some troubles though with the bike. Nothing that we worked on recently, nothing with the engine, but there's a shift lever stopper assembly something or other inside the transmission, and we've been having to replace it lately. It's been grinding up for whatever reason, and it causes my bike to miss shifts or shift suddenly. Usually, you know, most of the time it shifts fine, but every once in a while you'll go from like 3rd to 4th and it'll grab a false neutral there, or you'll just be riding and it'll hit a neutral out of nowhere. If you watch my second moto video closely, there's a section 3 tabletops in a row, the second to last lap I believe it was. Over the second tabletop I hit this false neutral and panic rev and ring the bike out because I thought I was going over the bars, but pretty sketchy. And in this GoPro footage you're seeing today, every once in a while going through the sand it'll actually do it. I'll be in 3rd, I think 3rd, and I go to upshift and it'll like hit a neutral right there, and I'll like jam into the bars. It's been doing it more and more. It did it in that second moto. I don't think it did it in the first moto at all though, but second moto and then the day after. So we have to get that looked at. I have to go to the bike shop and talk to the parts guy there and see what they suggest about it, because we looked it up online. A lot of people had these problems with the 03s, and try to figure out what we can do to alleviate that problem. But just wanted to throw that in there in case you guys did notice that, and it was like, what happened over that tabletop that you panic rev so hard. And if you're watching this GoPro footage and you're like, what's happening through that corner, why are you all of a sudden jamming your nuts into the bars, at least you guys will know. That's pretty much all I had to talk about with that. I feel like I'm just building myself up, but I was really happy with how I did. Sure, it was only open novice. I went 3-3, got beat by a Super Mini, but you know, I had quite a few people running behind me. First moto, my fastest lap was a 2:06 something, and first and second they were 2:02s. Second moto I ran 2:03s, and first and second were 2:02s. So I sped up my lap time even on a rougher, drier track. Was really happy with that. And then everyone who finished behind me had even slower lap times. I think the next closest in the first moto was a 2:07. He was right on me. Second moto, I think it was still a 2:07. So honestly, I feel it could be argued that I would be sandbagging if I continue to do novice, because I was running faster lap times, but my lap times weren't as fast as the outlaw lap times, the B class, the intermediates. The 2 guys that beat me, their lap times were as fast as the intermediate class, which kind of sting my beans, but that's okay. Nothing to get too mad over, just an observation. So whatever though, if possible, I will keep doing this. If I do race a local race series, you're damn well better believe I'll record them with the GoPro. I'll do talks like this because you guys really liked it, and that makes me super dungy pumped. So please just continue to leave support, thumb up, comment, tell me what you thought of it, and thank you for all the support, Until next time, guys, take it easy. If it's easy, take it twice. And I'll talk to you later.